Hello friends and welcome to Game Reactor Live. I'm Dóri Halldórsson, joined by Nick Holmberg here in the studio, and we are getting closer and closer to Game of the Year.
Yes.
Today we're going to be taking a look at the number 2 Game of the Year, according to Game Reactor TV, as voted by editors from
and
across
freelancers.
the network.
Everyone who wanted to, basically. Yeah.
Should we drag this out or just pop right into announcing what?
Drag it out.
Oh!
Yeah. Let's get it on the screen. Let's see what it is.
It is Dragon Age
People have started
Inquisition.
stalking me on PSN to see what it is. I tried to play offline today, actually, but I wanted to import the whole PC save thing you could do. Try to figure that out. You can go onto a web page, sort of decide what happened in previous games, and then import that. So I tried that. A lot of things I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, you spent about 2 hours on becoming an instant Dragon Age expert.
First I went in, started the game up, blah, 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 and then I created my character, and then I was like, oh, that Dragon Age thing on the side went in, and then you need to restart the character creation and figure out, and it's like, oh, so is this the guy, who did he romance, and do you support the mages or the Templars? And I was like, well, I think Templar sounds cooler, so I guess I'll choose them. But
yeah, I mean,
but
you're
it's
more
cool.
used to killing them in Assassin's Creed.
It's cool. I tried to read up a little bit on it as well on the internet. I didn't have a lot of time and played it a little bit. I think I'm like 30, 40 minutes into the game. It should be right around where you ended when you played it.
Yeah, where we left off on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
During the last stream. In that stream, we played 1 hour on the Xbox One from the start up, and then we switched to a further on save that Philip had. And
but this is my character though, so this is a different save.
Yeah. And as we kind of thought this might happen, we ended up, us two here in the studio, playing a game that we haven't had time to play before as one of the Game of the Years. But I'm going to be here for the first hour of the stream. Then I have to skedaddle. I have places to go, people to see. Then we'll be phoning in Bengt.
No, we're not phoning it in though.
No. Second bad pun of the day, Jesus.
But yeah, Bengt will be joining us, and hopefully he can give us some tips and teach us. So this is a game that was voted in as number 2 by the editors. Of course, we are not experts on it, but we're going to try to jump in. And you know a little bit, I've played a little bit. We'll see if we can figure it out. Otherwise, join in the chat and teach us about it. Yeah. If it's number 2, so I feel like it's worth spending time with.
I'm always a little bit suspect when a game released so late in the year climbs this high on the list of Game of the Years. But from everything that I've heard, from everybody that is singing its praises, it is a really, really great game. So I guess deservedly so at number 2 on Game of the Year.
Let's jump into the gameplay. You can check out my character here. I don't know if people in the chat or you can see who I sort of try to create. Does it
Daenerys Targaryen?
Yeah.
A little bit.
I remember there was a news piece about...
almost with the clothes, I couldn't...
There was a news piece about someone had created, so I went and saw that guy's photos and tried to copy it quickly, because I didn't have a lot of time, but I feel like I've hit it. I've chosen to be an archer, which I don't know if that's accurate, but I feel like it's more important that you play the sort of gameplay that you want. We'll see if that ends up being fun. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not going to try to explain it because I don't know a lot and it's not very referring to the story. But there's something with rifts. I just closed one. I sort of blacked out. I've woken up now. I answered one question. Now we're going through these questions, which is how it is in the game. You get to choose what do you want to say. So yeah. So I don't even know. I guess I'll say this one.
I think we actually may have gotten a little bit further on the first stream that we had.
Yeah,
but there are some choices coming up. We'll do different
and we'll get past that
for sure.
Oh,
loot.
So I guess on all the loots I've gotten so far, it's only been one item. But I don't see why I would ever not just say take all.
Yeah.
But maybe that's playing video games.
I mean,
taught you that.
That's the same with playing Skyrim or Fallout. It's like the first couple of hours is take all, and then the item management starts when you fill your inventory and you're overburdened.
But even in Diablo, I'm like, I pick everything up and then I go sell all the shit I don't want because it's like, all right.
So find Cassandra.
There's a lot of people here.
And so the guessing starts for the top place,
Yes.
of course. Somebody saying Bayonetta 2, Alien, Super Smash Bros. It's all good guesses, but we'll see tomorrow.
Now open there, yeah. Alright. So far my main worry is how the sort of combat is going to be.
Yeah.
Because so far I play a little bit like an action game. I like being live action combat. I got introduced to the sort of tactical view and try that a little bit. That's not for me.
You want to be more in the shit.
Yeah,
so to speak.
I want to.
But did you switch between characters?
I tried. No, I didn't do it. I tried it, but that's not for me. I want to play as my character.
Yeah.
Previous battle, what I ended up doing was I was like playing, running around, letting them do their thing. I saw they got low on health, switched them, told them to heal themselves, switch back. Okay. That was what I did. So, as I understand, this is very doable in the beginning. I'm wondering how that's doable later, but we'll see. Maybe I can get some tips on how to play.
Chain her. I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard.
So far, every time I meet that guy, he tells someone to like chain me up or kill me. I'm not a fan of that guy.
Indian Corporate in the chat saying, we will all see what game Nick is playing tomorrow, and whatever that is will probably be number one. Well,
the thing is now, I'm already beginning to think, should I troll people tomorrow and like put on a game, and then people are gonna be, oh shit, and it's not that game. Alright, the breach is stable, but it's still a threat. I will not ignore it.
You want my help again?
That's. I feel like I'm that guy. It's like, oh, again, I'm Batman. It's like, oh, the police shows up now.
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others.
So far, I really like how this works. I haven't played a lot of Bioware games, different reasons. One thing, I didn't own the console it was on and all that stuff. I played a little bit of Mass Effect 2, which never caught me really. One of the things that annoyed me was how some of the voice thing was. That was clear what was good and evil, and also that I would choose a thing and then he would sort of say it in a weird way and stuff. Where here, I really like how the conversations are
yeah,
working so far.
I've had that issue with some Bioware games where I think I know what I'm choosing.
Yeah. And then he says something.
And then he said, no, whoa,
that's not what I want.
That was a different inflection. I didn't quite want to say that.
Yeah, it's like, I did this, is what I hear, and then it's like, I did this? Or like, it's that thing where it's like, well, that's not really... Alright.
Providence, the Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
Wait. Sent her to us.
So, do you want to be chosen by the Maker as holy, or do you want to deny your destiny, or
See, or like, are you serious is one of those that can have very different inflections.
But I think with what you want to go for with the character, what more do you want? It's like, what more do you want? Right?
I don't know. I'm not. See, this is my problem with these games as well. I could spend 10 minutes on a choice like this. So they're saying what? Providence.
So they're saying that you have been sent by the Maker. You're
but
divinely.
You believe I'm innocent? Oh, it shows here. Okay.
Yeah.
Blessed be the Maker.
So do you, if you see blessed by the Maker, you're just agreeing and that you're sent by
and here
God,
say I'm not chosen here. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you serious? This is more attacking. But they didn't say I was innocent.
Yeah, you can be guarding or more attacking with are you serious?
I'll do that one.
You can't honestly believe I'm any kind of chosen one.
Lords in 94 in the chat asking, Lords in 94, sorry, in the chat asking, who was this girl supposed to look like? As I said, Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah, just
Mother of Dragons.
Google Game of Thrones dragon chick. Then you don't need to spell that weird ass name.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn.
Boom!
We will close the breach. We will find those responsible. and
One
we
thing
will
I'm really looking
restore
forward to
order
seeing as
with
well.
or
I think
without
I'll
your
probably give this like a proper go, play like 10, 20 hours, see how that plays out. I hear that it's very, first of all, good story, good dialogue, but also that it's not the typical, oh, it's a male hero and all that stuff. I've heard a lot of women say that it portrays women just like you can be a woman, you can have, you know, a homosexual relationship, you can like, there's a lot of that stuff going on here that is done very well.
Yeah, as
Others.
a lot of Bioware games have touched upon it. A lot of a very fair gender portrayal that they're known for.
I like this one. I agree for now. But we have no choice. We must act now. With it. That's. I mean, I want to go with that one, but this is so funny. I almost want to go. Yeah, I have to do that.
That's all we ask.
Help us fix this.
I'm actually also with the other choice. I'm thinking I went a little bit for like the movie, like storyline where you're being told you're the chosen one, and then you're like, no, I'm not, and then you are. You know?
Okay.
The classic refusal of the call.
Yeah, the rope-a-dope.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the Inquisition is reborn. We're gonna go out into the land and close the breaches. I think it's here that you can start to send out people to do missions and stuff like that.
So, I don't know if you play Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, but in that way where you can send them out on other missions and then they level up and...
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. What was his name again?
Warwick or something? Tarek?
Yeah, something like that.
I
like the character.
He looked fun and cool, and then he looked like this tough guy, and then in one shot you're like, oh, and then they cut to another angle, and then he was like really short. I think maybe he needs to get one more button. You know, it's a bit of a low cut, a little bit too much cleavage. So any tips in the chat? Any?
Not on the game. No. Bengt is there.
Any comments on whether I can play this like full-on combat? Or
Bengt Lemne is in the chat, and he says late game you will get into trouble playing it as a straight action game.
Okay, but maybe, I mean, I'm really interested.
But that just sounds like a challenge to me.
Exactly. If it's doable, but it gets harder, I think that's great. Because then it's like, okay, if you feel like you really like this and you're really good at this, then do it. But you need to do really well. But then my worry is I'm an archer. Maybe it would be better to be a knight.
Kind of surprised seeing some frame drops here. In the cutscene.
Yeah.
That looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Title screen.
Oh, we talked about yesterday to have some sort of competition for people to guess in the chat.
I have not done half the stuff I should today.
No. You've been focusing on the important thing.
Yeah, no, not just that, but yeah. All right. What now? All right. Is this
report to Haven's Chantry? So
you think that's in here?
No, you just came out from there.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, what do the symbols mean on the map?
Check it out. Go into the map. Check the legend.
It's not here. No, it's here. Okay. Quest map. Quartermaster, Warwick. That was his name. Solus.
Yeah. So you want to go there.
That has been the symbol so far for go there.
So you were right at the door. Now I kind of wish I hadn't had you look at the legend on the map and had you walk around for a bit and then come back to the door. Right there!
10 meters, I can live with that. Rather than run 200 meters in the wrong direction and then... Oh, a little bit of popping. I feel like now...
It's not as annoying when it's in the cutscene, it's just weird.
No. Yeah.
But
Does
Does it trouble you? What trouble us?
It didn't close the bridge.
I guess he's talking about your hand thing.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, fuck, dude. See, this, I'm glad now it has that symbol, because I was thinking way more positive, like, oh, I want it gone. But where this hand makes it sound like, oh!
Yeah, exactly. And I guess it's fine, it's just, you know, the neutral. Don't you want to be intellectual?
I just wish I knew what it was, or how I got it.
I don't know, dude.
We will find out. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach.
Runaway Cookie Boy says, can you use weapons at your own will, or are you locked only to the weapon and the class you're in? But I don't know how it is with the Archer, but some of the classes split up and you can kind of...
I think it's like that. You get more options and stuff later. But when you build your character, you choose which sort of type you want to be. I chose an Archer, so that's why there was you find a bow. But yeah, we can take a look at the skill
tree. But there's another thing that you can also do. If you kind of get bored with your character class, you just switch to one of your followers and play as them.
See, now the problem is also I'm not paying enough attention to all this. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with that one.
Couldn't that kind of power just make things worse?
And people call me a pessimist.
I'm so afraid now I'm gonna say some shit and then they're gonna be angry at me or something.
That's all part of the game.
But I liked one thing before where I said one thing where I sort of disagreed with one of them, and then it said like she disapproved, but then she came around and actually liked that I stood my ground, so that was cool.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
She was in one of the stories of the old ones.
She is our spy master.
Tactfully put, Cassandra.
I could have chosen to romance her in the first one.
Impressive titles. You need to think about these shirts. It's way too much.
I don't listen enough now because we're talking. We're trying to live stream.
Mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
That was quick.
Can't you simply ignore them?
I'll just stop giving suggestions.
Some are calling you the Herald of Andraste.
Play it my way.
The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we heretics for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Now you're... I mean, that is really what I feel like. I'm gonna have to go with that.
How am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
Hi. He comes back with the impressive title quip.
I'm not sure how I should feel.
The Chantry has decided that for you, it seems.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
Okay, we get back to this point. Could we be attacked? It's not a problem.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat. They just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse. There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
I'll see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
I actually always, at the moment, end up choosing the bow.
Yeah.
No, like, I didn't even think of it. Now I've chosen the bow again. Like, we played Far Cry yesterday. Bow guy.
So here they're introducing the operations.
Orlais of Ferelden. Multicell is in the hinterlands, which can be found on the Ferelden side of the table. So now I choose who I want to give power. Known for his color.
No.
So if
Nothing.
you select Ferelden, you'll see that part of the map.
But do I choose who I want power or where do I want to go?
No. Click Ferelden first.
Okay,
So it's just showing you the area, and then you'll see
back.
what you can do there. And there's nothing.
Ah, okay. So this is just the map. Okay, yeah, this is nothing. So I can go here and say, no. Oh yeah, there it is. Select.
So you have one power, and you can use it to scout the hinterlands.
A little lag there.
Mm.
I like, the more I see of this, the more I get how people like, the people who play these games also then like read the books and all that stuff, because it is a world that opens up and then you like you have to buy into it and all. It's
a lot
sort
of lore.
Either or, and a lot of reading. Okay.
So
Sure.
you just scouted the hinterlands. They kind of showed you a short video of them scouting it, and now you get
Like
information.
together your party and venture to the Indoors. Yeah.
Venture forth.
Party selection. So now I choose which of these I want in my party.
But since you only have 3 and you have 3 slots,
Ah, okay.
you just go for it.
Ah, okay, cool. All right. Yeah, all right, makes sense.
But
Confirmed.
now, when you meet other
yeah, you can choose to switch them out.
Exactly.
Actually, so far I like these 3.
Yeah. And then the ones that you haven't chosen, you can use the war table to send them out on missions.
Okay.
A little later opened up. And of course, they each have a certain set of skills that fit with each mission.
And I guess it's also, you know, now I'm an archer, so it would be good to not pick archers. You know, you want to sort of complement your group that way.
You're ranged, so you want some close quarters fighters and stuff like that. And a mage and all that sweet stuff. Bengt in the chat is saying there's a lot of reading. I wish there was an iPad app where I could read everything, because it's not really not ideal on the TV.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not foreign. What I would really like is whenever they say something and do something, and the same in that thing on the website, that I could like press on the thing and be like, what is this again? And that would be great in an iPad app.
It's an honor to meet you, my lady. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service.
Yeah, like if
all
you
of us
had
here,
your
will do whatever we
iPad
can
app
to help.
open, and
Yeah.
every time that you meet somebody or you go to an area, it just pops up automatically. So
That would
if you
be
wanna,
crazy.
if you wanna read it, it's right there.
But
already.
even if I had to like search for the name and then it would find it, that would be great too.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
We should get to business. The situation's pretty dire. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this
I'm
side of the
actually already
Frostbacks.
beginning to like recognize
But with the
names
Mage
from that
Templar
website and
fighting
all that
getting
stuff.
worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Okay,
All
here we
right.
go.
So here I'm running, and the thing you were talking about before is on the D-pad you can press up and down to circle around. Like down, I go the other way, and I can choose. Now I want to be this guy. I want to shoot.
With this very nice crossbow.
Yeah, and what is usually whenever I shoot with him, the other guy sort of
Yeah,
pull out their
jump
weapons.
to attention.
They get ready as well. And in the lower left, you can see when I shoot, I get sort of the weapon table up. I've actually done sort of a mistake, but I was just testing it. I have the same attack on square and circle right now because I only have two, so I just wanted to see if that was doable.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get your attacks up there, and actually, I'll just shoot again to get that up. I can hold L2 and then get like the other, like more, so you'll have room for more later.
Yeah.
All right, and on the map, I need to go this way. It looks like. Let's see.
Word for you.
Report.
What is it?
You may want to look into this.
Okay, so now we got a like a kind of side quest, right? Or what?
Nothing to report, sir.
Wait, okay. Is it in my like quests or something? That's in here. See journal. That's the quest map. Current quest collection, completed quest. Okay. Let me show this thing, character record. This is the skill tree. I'm not an expert on this yet. But there's different parts here. Last time I upgraded my bow thing, and it's the usual thing where you sort of need to unlock one thing to get to the other.
Progress. Yeah.
These sort of diamond shaped ones are active skills that you can put down as an attack.
Yeah.
The other ones are
Passive.
bonus damage and that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
And you have,
passive ones.
yeah, and here you have different ones. This is the bow. These are my knives, traps, and this was like a stealth thing I got. The one where I can like become invisible. So
Yeah. So these are go back into that. So these are your 4 different skill trees for abilities. If you go over
Yeah.
to tactics. Yeah. So these are the ones that you've unlocked.
yeah, these are my active ones right
and
now.
then attributes would be
Like stealth and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
Stuff.
behaviors. I haven't looked at that.
yeah, and these you can change also for your followers.
Oh yeah, I can tell them what to sort of have as a standard thing.
Yeah. So how many potions they should save so that you can grab an extra from them and stuff like that.
But again, we'll see. It's still early on. All right. I guess I got a quest there. How do we get down there?
Well, you just came from there.
Yeah, I just want to see if there was like a path around there. It doesn't seem there is, so I guess we need to go this way.
Shoot that thing. The cute little thing. Shoot it.
One down!
Can I like...
One down. We killed the fox, everyone.
Can I skin
What
it?
does the fox say? Nothing. It's dead. Oh, there's a exclamation point.
Yeah.
That is a sure point.
So maybe if I go on here.
A side quest.
Wait, let's take a look at this. Right now, these are my quests.
Yep.
Oh, then I can open them up. So this is the active one. Oh, So it's probably one of these I got, right?
Yeah.
From the guy. Let's see. Master of Horses.
So talk to Danny to get horses.
Into close to rifts. Hold me here.
Yeah, establish camps in the hinterlands, and then.
All right.
And then
see if you can notice if the new one pops up. If I talk to that guy. Read.
Blood Brothers.
All right, I think I'm not gonna spend too much time on this.
No.
Take all. I know, because we don't want to spend too much time reading here.
No.
Maybe I'll report back after the break, see how much I'm going to play it. I'm considering sort of taking a Destiny break for a week or two.
Oh, snap.
And then sort of catch up on a lot of this stuff. But again, I feel like if... Is that an enemy?
Yep, shoot him. Shoot him.
No, it's a friend. Those are enemies.
Inquisition forces. They're trying to protect the refugees.
But like, if I feel like if I start playing this too much, then it will just be this instead of Destiny and no other game, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, the time you need to sink into this to progress properly is...
People
insane.
sound like they finish the game in about 70 to 80 hours. That's what I hear most people spend on it.
While avoiding a shit ton of
yeah,
side content.
it's like doing some side quests, but not all. You can probably do it pretty quick. Like I can imagine. I think it's something like 30 or something if you basically ignore most of it. But I don't know. Maybe some people who played it can give proper numbers on that stuff.
Indian Coburn is asking, so Dóri, I have a question about your Game of the Year voting. Did you all only vote for one game each, or did you use the voters' entire Game of the Year list? Everybody voted for 5 games.
Yeah.
Of course, each place giving a different amount of points.
Yeah.
So if somebody put a certain game at number 3 and somebody else put it at number 1, then it would get...
Basically, number 1 got 5 points,
Yep.
number 2 got 4 points, number 3 got 3 points, number 4 got 2 points, number 5 got 1 point.
Yeah. And then all the points were counted together.
Then there was a few ties, and then I picked, if it had more first places, it counted more than having more fifth places. You know, if it was everyone put it as at 5th, then that didn't count as much as 5 people having it as number 1.
Yeah.
But that wasn't very needed. There was 1 or 2 places where we needed to do that. And 5 games making it into the top 5, there was no tie to sort of get into the top 5.
No.
So. But it was way more even this year than it has been in previous years, at least since last year. Last year there was a clear top 3 and a clear winner. That was interesting to see. Can't see the guy, where is he?
Indian Coburn's asking, does the new Destiny DLC come with a new set of trophies?
Nope.
Nope, no extra trophies.
It's done.
And even if you don't buy the DLC in Destiny, you get some new items and stuff. There's been a free update. You can raise the light cap and all that stuff still. So. Are they supposed to talk here? Or?
No. Talk to the banner, because I ain't listening.
That was respect.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle.
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
Is that why I'm here?
Yeah, sort of. I was sort of leaning
Is
towards
that
that.
why you
So.
asked for me? The Chantry has already...
I know what they've done.
Then why am I here?
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
What happened was horrible.
Fear makes us desperate, but hopefully not beyond reason. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them...
I see here. I actually feel like saying, "All right, I'll do that." But
I think will that work is the closest you get to that.
yeah,
That won't just make it worse.
Could it be worse than it is?
Probably yes.
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to...
I really like the characters so far. They're really well created.
Yeah, and voice.
Yeah.
You receive the time you
They very quickly build up like a character where you feel like, okay, I understand who this person sort of is. Take that from the...
Lords in 94 in the chat is saying, I bought this game, but I kind of regret it. It seems like you have to put so much time into it. Well, that's part of it.
Yeah,
it's a
but
BioWare
I
RPG.
I get that.
Mean, it's a huge commitment of time.
And it's sort of the same sort of thing I was in where I was like, I wanted to play it, it sounded cool, unsure about some things, but it's like, oh, do I have the time to, to do this?
What do you feel of what you've played of it so far? You haven't been really playing the Dragon Age series.
No, I
But
haven't.
do you
played
feel that you're dropping right into it? And
I'm beginning to feel more now that I start understanding things. It is, I think, will be a time commitment, and there's a lot of things that are confusing to me. One of the things that I can feel is a little bit of a problem for me. It's not a bad thing, but I'm a completionist and I'm a perfectionist. So I'm worried that I choose the wrong thing. Not that I don't want a certain character to die, but I would be annoyed if something happens where it was because I didn't understand it. If I say one thing and then I found out, oh, that was not what I meant.
yeah,
I love games where
you have enough saves. So
no, I love that your characters can die and it's your story, but I'm really worried that it's not going to be my story because I misunderstood something.
Oh,
yeah. So it's not that in the thing on the page
But
I actually chose someone to die,
Yeah.
because I thought, oh, that's what he should do, but I just want to understand why and be part of that.
But for me, that's kind of a reflection of real life. You say something that turns out to do something else, or you want to do an action that kind of backfires.
But here it's not that, because it's more of a, if I say, if I don't remember who a character is, or if I don't understand, in one of these, it's like I don't understand what they mean. I don't remember. I don't understand the universe.
Yeah.
If it's
by the way, it looks like you can actually go and upgrade.
Yes, that's true.
Both you and your followers.
Yeah. So in here, I should be able to press up and down as well. Oh, I have. You can see down in the lower left, I have points.
Yeah.
So we'll start with Daenerys.
1 point to spend.
I feel like maybe I should get one of these, like close combat.
Yeah, stabby stabby.
You leap through the shadow to attack your foe with deadly strike that hit them from behind.
Like a
Your
sneak
lash
attack.
out with both daggers, striking deep with bonus damage. If you flank your foe with bonus damage, I feel like this. I want one that's like a panic thing. If they get close to me.
What's the difference between these two?
This is single. This is you need to be behind them to stab them in the back.
Yeah.
The
other is also flanking.
Oh, I don't think I can choose them because I don't have a dagger yet. Or can I? Oh, I can. Okay, I do have daggers then.
But what about the bottom one there?
I can't choose that.
Oh, you can't get to that.
But I feel like this is one where I need to sneak up on people. I want to stay out behind and shoot, but this I can use if they get close to me. I can like stab them once and then run away.
We go back to the other one. It's 50 stamina for this one, 35 stamina for this one. I think the main difference is the stamina.
But also this one, I need to sneak up on them. I need to stab
both of
him.
them?
No, this is just to gives bonus damage if I flank them.
Ah, okay.
I lash out either way, is how I understand it. So I'm going to choose this one. Apply. And then I can choose to set this. Wait.
It's
As
already
my-
set up.
R1. Okay, yeah, I guess there's a free one.
Okay, let's check out our next character.
Wait, I want to see, is there any other ones? No, that looks good. All right, go back in here. So the next one is, okay, it's just slow.
So Warwick, level 3 rogue.
Yeah, let's do it.
2 points.
So
Wait, let's first, instead of the daggers, let's
no, I
do
just want to read all the ones. Okay, so we have these.
It's the same with the daggers.
All right. And here.
Archery.
This is where, because this is the one I already have, right? That was the same on the other one. Oh, but
Yeah,
I
but
maybe
he's
I get the 2 passive ones if I get this? or
But
something?
he's also an archer, just like Daenerys.
No, but I have this, as you can see on his, on square.
Yeah.
So why would I unlock one that I already have? Oh, now it rips through every enemy along the path if
Yeah.
I do this one. All right. I can also do, do I have this one?
Yeah.
But I don't have this one.
Dive out of trouble and fire a hail of arrows at enemies.
Should we try that one?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do that.
Oh, you need that. Okay.
So I probably don't have this one. I'm gonna unlock this one. Apply. Let's see if I can do this now. No, I don't. So I need to do these to get that. All right. Sabotage. See, this is where you can spend so much time.
Let's get some poison weapons.
I just want to see this. This was the one I chose for my main, so you can sort of hide more. But do you want to do some traps for this guy? Yeah, let me do this one. I like that one. That's some traps.
Okay, so Solus.
2 points.
We can't. Can you go down that far?
No, so I need to choose this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good.
Let me just see that.
That's a good thing for him to have, because he's this is a mage that doesn't have a lot of armor, so with a peaceful aura, you can still be attacking and.
A protective barrier springs into place around you automatically when you're badly injured.
Let's get both of these.
Let me just read the other ones first. Here I have this one. Unleash a blast of lightning that strikes one target. Oh. Energy bombardment. Inferno. This is all damage stuff. Master of Screw. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do those two. That sounds like a good plan. Cassandra has 2 points. I'm just gonna do the first 2 on her as well, I think.
There was an announcement that just dropped, which actually fits in with what you're going to be doing over the holidays. You're going to be playing Minecraft on the PS4 with our users. Well, they have just announced Minecraft Story Mode at Telltale Game Series.
Okay.
So, Minecraft Story Mode will be a narrative-driven video game created by Telltale Games. So, nothing new there. But Mojang is collaborating with Telltale and members of the community to make Minecraft Story Mode as Minecrafty as possible.
Okay, but it is just another Telltale game?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first episode will be released sometime in 2015 and will be available on Xbox consoles, PlayStation consoles, PC, Mac, iOS, and Android. So, in true Telltale style, on everything. It's going to be episodical. We're not intending on creating an official story for Steve or explaining the world of Minecraft in detail. It will be a cool game.
Okay.
So, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if that's for me, but we'll see. I'm considering giving Game of Thrones a try. I think I'm gonna go during the vacation and watch through all the series so far, and then try the first episode. But so far, I don't know.
Oh, of the Walking Dead?
Of Game of Thrones.
No, yeah.
But like Game of Thrones and Borderlands, it's not really. I don't know if it's for me. Yeah, we'll see. Like,
Yeah,
I think
I've been pretty lucky with all the recent Telltale games touch on series that I love.
Yeah.
It's The Walking
that
Dead,
might change it.
Fables, Borderlands, and Game of
But
Thrones.
even Borderlands, I'm like that. I wouldn't play that for the story. So even if I don't
what, Borderlands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
No. But
So it's like then, and that's the same thing for here. I love Minecraft, but I don't want to play Minecraft for the story. So I don't see how they're gonna make a Telltale game about a story in Minecraft that I would care about. But yeah, we'll see.
It's just I feel that Telltale are really good at creating characters that you care about, and then having you choose their fate.
Yeah.
Which I really like.
Varric, you're with the Inquisition. Corporal Vale, thanks for your help. The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
Jesus.
You were concerned about refugees starving.
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now. Safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill who has some ideas.
Lorison94 is asking, was it an official statement? Yes. On the Mojang website.
I asked the Inquisition to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw lyric. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the
So I'm gonna see if there's gonna be a trailer or something.
What can you tell me about the Templars?
All the Templars were called to Val Royale.
This is sort of, I'm not saying this is bad, I'm just saying this is not my kind of game. I'm worried it's going to be too much of this walking up to a character, having to go through all and ask him all the questions, and then he tells me, okay, you might want to go check out that mountain, and then I run there, and you know, that sort of thing.
I know what you're saying. Especially if, you know, every camp that you go to, you meet the same guy, but with a different skin.
I mean, I get why people like that. It's just, that's not for me too much of that, you know?
The ones out here are just apostates, locked up in the circles all these years, and now they've gone mad with
And then I'd rather just tell me where to go, and I'll go do that.
Yeah, there's no trailer or anything for.
And I also feel like what I'm gonna end up doing, I'm just gonna end up going through all the questions I can, because I might as well ask all of them to see if there's more quests so I can get it right away. And then it becomes less of a, you know, a story of mine. It's just me going through everything.
Yeah.
Horsemaster Dennis. He lives on a farm to the west. Tough old fella. We haven't heard from him. Best we can tell.
But I can also see how, for people that love
Yeah, I totally get
the
it.
universe and
I
the lore,
totally get it.
you know, this is getting deep.
It's just like saying, oh, this is a racing game. I don't like racing games, but I see why people who like racing games like. I mean, it's that sort of thing where. I was like, what?
Okay.
Who are they fighting?
Yeah, show them how to fight. Fuck them up.
I was wondering if can I tell my dudes to, where was it I told them what to do?
If you just, oh, you mean the
That was in here,
tactical
right?
mode, or
Yeah. Can I tell them to like use a potion?
yeah.
Oh,
you
so
set
they're
the
at
threshold
30,
up.
they'll use it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good
But
enough.
then also you can set the reserve
Yeah.
for how much they will save, so that you can always grab a potion
Yeah.
from them if.
But I like that. I'm just like, now I was looking at them and they were like, why are they not healing? But I'm down with them saving it for when it's better. I'm just worried that they won't use it if they need it. Should we just world map? All right. Oh, I needed to get to camps as well. Marshcraft horses. Can I choose that one? Oh, okay, so now I can actually choose which one I want to do. Wait. Let's go there. But I'm beginning to get like more of it. I can see some of this really, I'm really liking this. This sort of like now I have to set up 6 camps. I really like that sort of thing of running around, finding those areas, having the group, figuring out what kind of characters I want, all that stuff. So I see parts I will really like, and parts I'm like, okay, I don't know if this
So, set up camp or keep moving.
Set up a camp here.
Trailblazer! Trophy.
One thing they need to do with these trophies is make it easy to see if it's a bronze or gold. Often I'm like, that's a bronze, right? Alright. Now my completionist thing comes up in me. I've done 2 out of 6 camps. I want to go do all of them now.
Yeah.
So let's go find the next
As
one.
well you should.
There's a thing there.
Oh, go get that rift.
That's a rift as well. That's a camp. I really want to do the horses thing though, but we can do you want to do one rift first?
Yeah.
I want to do actually go do the, see if I can get a horse.
Yeah, so did you select that on the map?
Yeah, it's why the rift is up here. That's what I'm doing first.
Okay.
And then I'll do the other thing. Oh, it's not that far away. Also here, I get why people want this, but you can basically just hold in R2 and it will sort of auto-aim a little bit and just keep firing. I just press R2 actually, and then it seems like it will keep firing. It's like, I'm more of an active combat sort of guy. Which is you know, says something about why I like Destiny. That is sort of a mini MMO sort of thing where probably what I really like about that it's one where I get to shoot people, you know?
Yeah.
I get to shoot, and that's skill based.
Oh, just got scratched. Try your new stabby thing.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I can't use it yet. Do I need to sneak up on people? I can't do it. What if I do this? Nope.
Bengt in the chat is saying, haha, that's not always the smartest thing in Dragon Age Inquisition, Nick. Enemies aren't all the same level in all parts of one map.
What is not always smart?
For example, if you want to travel far and get to the horses right away, you might run into some
yeah, I can
higher
see that,
level
but
enemies.
it sounded like it didn't look there was that far, and didn't. Again, like if I met enemies on the way, then I probably wouldn't do it. But it didn't look that much further away, so I thought it would be doable. I guess I'd find out before. Is there any more camps we need to set up? Or is this is camps I've set up?
Yeah. Wait, where are? Yeah, you're the white one there. Okay.
Yeah. That's another rift. Let's start with setting up that camp. That's near the other thing. So now it said low health.
Yeah, but
shouldn't he?
No, as soon as he gets hit one more time, he'll heal up.
Now it's marked multiple ones to do. Okay, it's up here to the right. I need to go. That one.
Lords94 is asking, can you ride horses in this game? Yes, absolutely, and there are several different mounts that you can acquire.
Gotta get a horse. I'm gonna wait with that.
Oh yeah, Bengt meant going for all 6 camps. You can, you can reach the horses, no problem.
Okay. Think I can jump down here?
Look at this. The apostates have gone mad with power.
The Templars aren't looking any better here.
One thing Destiny has taught me, and that I have learned to do is sometimes you need to run away when the enemies are too high level. I've gotten better at knowing when not to fight someone.
Okay.
I'm gonna get this guy over here. Okay, he's down.
Should move on. We can only restore order by securing an alliance.
Should walk up behind him. He has a shield. There we go. Stab him in the back.
I can't do that. I can't use it.
Yeah, I told you.
Shoot through his shield.
You need to sneak.
It's down. I'm just gonna keep, and then power shot.
Who gets the final hit? Not you.
I'm okay with that. I don't need the glory.
And we're coming up at the end of the first hour here.
Okay.
Got about 4 minutes
This is
left.
the one I want to do. Yeah. Up there.
So what I think I'm gonna do is say my farewells.
All right.
So this is my last live stream of the year. Just like to thank everybody watching, and especially all you locals in the chat. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. It's been a wonderful year of streaming, and it's actually getting bigger than I thought it would be, and growing every day. So and that's all thanks to you guys. Of course, coming back in the new year, and as always, trying to bring you as much swag and games to give away as we can, because I like to keep you happy. But
why doesn't she use a potion now?
Check her out. Maybe you have to tell her to use it. Anyway, I think we should pause it right here and switch to our editor of the day, talking about his personal top 5 games of the year. Today we will be joined by David Caballero, of editor-in-chief of Game Director Spain, giving us his top 5 games of the year. So again, thank you all for watching on my behalf, and see you in the new year. Roll tape.
As this is a more personal selection, I wanted to underline 4 titles from first half of the year, which might be overlooked and you should definitely check out, along with the surprising game which provided best moments at home, regardless the type of player who tried it out. Enjoy! Number 5. The Lego Movie video game. When we thought we were getting tired about Traveler's Tales formula after so many Lego games, the Lego Movie put a big smile on our faces, and its video game a dozen more. Not only is it one of the best movie adaptations of the year, with really well-suited gameplay situations that interweave with HD scenes from the film, but also the most varied and fun Lego world and characters we've played in years. Number 4. Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. It might be nostalgia, since we are not getting our annual Layton fix this time of the year anymore, but we truly enjoyed this unique crossover. We feared the blend between Level 5 and Capcom's game worlds and characters could go wrong, but ended up loving its truly captivating storyline and different gameplay. We miss you, Professor! Number 3. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. If you recently bought a Wii U, you're probably enjoying Mario Kart, Bayonetta or Smash Bros. But you shouldn't forget what is, in our opinion, one of the best side-scrolling platformers of all time. It's incredibly beautiful, varied and full of secrets, and if you're up to some significant challenge, its long and complex levels are for true gamers who are as brave as gorillas. Number 2. Valiant Hearts, The Great War. One of the nicest surprises of 2014, this was a great way to commemorate the terrible Great War. Its comic-style presentation softened the tough moments while delivering a touching message. Characters from both sides told a real and thought-provoking story, all backed by an excellent documentation work. Number 1. Forza Horizon 2. While it's not perfect and admittedly rather similar to the original, I had the best gaming moments of the year with Playground Games' first effort for the Xbox One. I loved the freedom and the European beauty of its seamless open world, but mainly its accuracy and response as the sweetest spot between arcade racing and simulation. It was the most wanted attraction at home when anyone came by to visit us, and with a proper racing wheel, it just amazed everyone, from casual drivers to hardcore enthusiasts.
And I've been joined by Bengt Lemne. Hi, Bengt. You've played quite a bit of Dragon Age. You actually finished the game as well, right?
Yes, I think I finished it a few days ago, maybe last week, can't remember. But watching you play here in the early goings, it feels like it was a year ago that I started playing it, so it's been a while.
I can imagine. All right, so I have a couple of questions I need to ask right now, because I'm in the middle of a fight. I've paused the game. Now I see why one of my companions haven't healed. It's because it was set to that don't use the last 2 potions. I only have 2 potions left. What happens if one of my companions died? Does she faint, or is she gone for good, or what happens?
No, she sort of she goes out of action, but you can revive her with any of the other characters. So as long as you have one character alive, you're good.
So.
And they will wake up after the fight if you.
So I shouldn't heal her, or what would you do in this situation? Should I run away, or should I try to finish the fight, or?
I always try and heal them because it gets more difficult once one character is dead. And the potions the health potions at least, the other potions you need herbs for and stuff, you need to collect stuff, but the health potions you replenish as soon as you fast travel, or you're in a camp, or you go to a different part of the map, so you don't really need to be all that careful. If you use them all up, you will just go back to your camp and you will go out again.
I only have 2 potions though, so I should probably heal myself as well, so I'll heal her and heal myself, and then we'll see how it goes. All right, so.
And if you got a mage in the group, they can do barriers.
Okay.
And that's a very good thing to think of before you're going into any fight.
I think I actually just bought that skill for.
Okay.
I'll just heal myself.
It should be one of the first ones with the mage in the green category, the spirit category. And it's always good to have one of those characters in, because you go as a group in the beginning of the fight, you pause it, you do barriers on all 4, and then you're a good head start because you don't take damage to the health in the beginning then.
All right.
And you can do more barriers later.
Where do I find my barriers? Then I need to set it to. See, this is where it gets complicated. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, I guess it's Solas, the 4th character there.
I think I have it. Let's see. The essence of fate itself. And I think it's that one maybe? No, maybe I didn't assign it. Let's see here.
That could be it. You have to assign it to the shortcuts, but that should be almost automatic if you've unlocked it, because you haven't filled it out yet. So it should automatically be placed there.
No, the only one I have now is a passive one. A protective barrier springs into place around you automatically when you're badly injured. So that's the only one I have so far. But otherwise, I think it looks good. So I'm going to try to run it. All right, back to tell me about your experience with the game while I try to finish
it. Should actually be the square. Or is it the circle?
I have 2 powers with him. Let me just go into it again.
The green guy in the circle is the barrier.
Wait, let me just see. I have that in here. Choose him. In the green, I have the barrier. That's true, but that's on square. Yeah, that has a cooldown right now. So I'm thinking
okay.
he's going to use it when he has it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can.
He will probably use it, and it's a good idea when you are grouped together, when you're close together, to use that, because then all characters get the barrier because it's an area effect.
Okay. Maybe I'll try this passive thing, and I'll tell them to run away here. Will she run here? Yeah, I'll tell her to run down here. Warwick as well. She definitely needs to get out of dodge.
The thing with Cassandra is that she's you can deck her out more of a tank character, and that is a really good idea,
I think
because
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, because
the
tank character
went down before she could use a potion.
Mm.
But maybe she canceled the potion thing when I chose to have her run instead. Wow, this is. Yeah, I think she did.
Yeah. Yeah, you can only set one action.
So but she's down.
So you need to, but what you basically do is you press R2 and then you advance time a little bit, and yeah. And actually, when you get into it, you will sort of have that one pressed down all the time, and then you just release it, and you will give some orders, and then you will press it again, and you let it play out like that. You just need to remember that the character you're actually controlling at the time doesn't automatically attack. You have to sort of lock on, and then once you have locked on to an enemy, you can just press the trigger and it will continue its attack. So.
Wait. Area of effect attacks allow you to target groups of enemies. To target just to initiate the AoE. Okay. But this is an offensive one. Let's see how this works.
Mm.
I'm gonna switch to my character, and then I'm gonna exit, and then we'll see what happens. I lost the second character now. This is getting interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it is a challenging game. I guess you're on normal.
Yeah.
I played it through on normal, and of course there's 2 more difficulty levels.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to do, and there's you know, this is standard combat, but there's some really high level combat with dragons later on in the game that really takes some strategy. And of course, the thing that you probably haven't really begun to explore fully is that there are synergies between different attacks.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten into it, but I can imagine already with seeing the skill trees how that's going to work.
Yeah. I mean, for instance, I think you have some ice attacks.
Yeah.
If you have Cassandra, then do sort of a shield charge or something like this, shield bash or something like that. You will shatter the enemy, and of course there's things with electricity and stuff like that.
All
as
right,
well,
now
so.
I'm sort of out of potions. Should I run back to the other camp and get some potions?
That would be probably prudent to do, because you're so low level.
Oh, I can just travel to it. I'll do that.
Yeah, you can fast travel there. As soon as you've discovered a camp, you can fast travel there at any point, unless you're in combat.
But
of course.
it seems it's pretty good to run out, battle a little bit until you feel like that's as much as I can handle, and then I'll travel back and get some health, and then I can run out again. And
I really appreciate the fact that the game doesn't hold your hand. Like this first area, the hinterlands, it's a big area, and there's actually a dragon here that you could wander into his territory, and you won't be able to beat him until you're like level 14, 15, I would think. So there's high level stuff already in this area.
I like that, where it shows you stuff, and you need to sort of learn to not just, oh, there's a dragon, let me kill it. You need to learn to know your limits as a character.
Yeah. And you know, even if you get to so I unlocked an area maybe a little bit too early, you know, on the war room. You unlock the areas in the war room. You unlock hinterlands, and there's going to be more. I think there's a total of 10 or something areas total, and it's a huge game in terms of the locations. Not all of them are as big as the hinterlands, but some of them are, and others are a little bit smaller. But that is, I unlocked one area, I think it was Emprise de Leon, where every enemy was level 16, because the enemies are levels as well, and I was like level 12. and you know, I couldn't take down a single rift or anything. So there is that, and then you go back and you're a little bit more experienced, but you can also, like, if you're too low level, you can try and sneak around a little bit, because maybe there's stuff there you can do without actually going into too much combat. So you can play it a little bit like that as well, and you can collect resources, because each of the areas have different resources, and you're gonna need them to upgrade your potions and things like that. So a lot of things to consider. And there's also crafting of armor and
now
weaponry.
One of my characters, the one you said she could turn into a tank, she just keeps running at people. Like, let's not fight those. If I run away, will she follow me?
If you go away if you sort of move away too far from the battle, and it's sort of no longer active, then all your characters,
she's sort of teleported.
Your followers will just spawn. Yeah.
All right.
It's I mean, it's not it's clearly it's a single player game, so it's really only about what you do that matters, and the others just follow. It's the same thing if you go on a horse and a mount, the others will just magically disappear and apparently go into your backpack and reappear when you step off the horse. So you know, that is something that you shouldn't think about too much. It's just
I'm just worried she's gonna die again.
Yeah, I think investing a little bit in her armor and making sure she gets better tank skills is a good way to go. And of course, that is also something you have to think about, the item management of all the characters.
That's what it looked like. I picked up daggers. Do I need to equip them to be able to use the?
Yeah. So if you
I chose a dagger attack that I don't know if I can. Maybe I can use it now.
If you have the bow on, you will not be able to use the dagger attack. So you have to switch your weapons.
How do I do that?
To be able to. And then you go into the inventory menu. If you just
inventory there, weapons. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
And of course, so both the archer and you know, the archer is the rogue class, and you get to sort of decide whether you want to be an archer or more of a trap person.
I actually had a better bow there. Okay, so I actually shouldn't level up the sort of the dagger attacks, probably.
That's the thing. Like, you benefit from specializing in this game. So if you choose to be an archer, then you should really upgrade those skills and stick to those until you've reached a level where you can go to other skill trees. You'll also get more skill trees later on in the game, and for the main character you will be able to choose different specializations. Now, in total there are 9 followers, and as you see, there are 3 classes and 3 specialization in each. So you'll get one of the specializations with each of the followers. So you can, in one playthrough, you can play with every class in every specialization, even though you get to customize what abilities and skills you do for each of the characters. But yeah, it benefits from specializing each of the characters so that they're really good at what they do. And then you of course you combine your group in different ways.
Yeah, it seems like it's. Won't I get an ability to have like a dagger and a bow on?
I haven't played as a rogue, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. I play as a mage, but I don't think that is actually possible, because I wasn't able to do that with my characters. So I think you have to equip either, but of course you can have both a dagger person and an archer on your group, so you can play with both. But
I'm just thinking, I almost feel like I wasted that skill point now.
Yeah, you're gonna have way more points than you need in order to maximize your archery. So you don't need to worry about that. And in addition to getting a skill point every time you level up, there's also amulets of power that you can get that are specific to one character, but that give you an extra skill point. So by level 23 that I finished on, I probably had distributed like 26 skill points to each of the characters. something like that. So there's a lot of skill points that you can use, and you will be able to max out not only your specialization now, but also the one you choose later on, and still have points for other things. So my mage, for instance, had barriers and as well as fire magic.
So you could switch for whatever
electricity.
you felt like. Okay.
Yeah, so I had a palette of different things for my mage to do, which is important because of course a lot of the enemies have different elementary vulnerabilities. So you need to be able to, if you can't switch on the go, you're gonna have some problems with certain enemies that may be immune to effects of a certain element. So yeah, and especially the dragons.
Oh yeah, here there's something about required 5 dragon stone. Is that something I get for killing dragons?
No, I think that's just a mineral or a metal that you can collect in the world. So I don't know if you press the left stick, press it down, you will send out this sort of radar beep where you can see where there's stuff to collect. So you'll see metals around sort of mountainous places. There's little bits sticking out, and you can collect them, just like you collect herbs or anything in the game. So and that is not something that takes up space in your inventory. So that's a requisition that you're looking at as well. So the requisitions are just sort of like side missions that give you, if you complete them, you get 1 plus power.
One of those.
Yeah. So and of course the powers unlock more missions on the war room and things like that. And you can do as many of those as they're just infinite. They just continue to loop. Once you've finished everyone in an area, you get back to the first one. So I finished the game with like 140 extra power points that I couldn't do anything with. So I was being a little bit too completionist in that regard.
That sounds just like me.
Yeah, I think most of those requisitions, yes, playing the game, you will collect those things, and you will be able to do those once you're back at camp. You will just turn them in and get 1 power, but you don't really have to think about completing the requisitions, and you just do your thing, and they will come automatically.
Have you played the previous Dragon Age games, or did you go in like me? Not really.
I played the first one, and I really enjoyed it. But when the second one came in, there was some criticism about it. I think are you aiming to go up to that ocularium up there, or?
I'm up there now.
Yeah. You're up there now. I'm on a little bit of a delay. We should explain that to the viewers so they don't think I'm slow or something. But yeah, that is actually one of those completionist things that the shards there that you can collect.
It said Master of Horses, so that's what I wanted. Wasn't that here? Or was that? Oh, that's further up. Yeah, that's where I actually want to go up to the horse thing.
Yeah. Okay. But the oculariums is nice because you look through them and you see these shards, and there are tons of them in not every map, but there's a lot of them. I think I don't know how many, but what is nice is that there's an area later on that you will unlock called the Forbidden Oasis, where there's a temple, and you can use these shards to unlock certain rooms, and these rooms will give you bonuses like fire resistance or cold resistance or spirit resistance. So these shards are not just a collectible, they're actually very important because those things that you gain from these rooms are very, very good to have, especially when you come up against dragons. There are different kinds of dragons. There's fire dragons, and ice dragons, and electricity dragons, and so these resistances that you build up for your characters are key to winning against the dragons, beating them, and so that is a really nice thing that they're doing. It's not just collecting stuff for sake of collecting. You actually get something out of it. So, yeah.
All right, I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat. All right, they feel like they're being ignored now, but they're also watching it with a delay. So like telling me to press a button sometimes is hard. But yeah,
maybe I I should move my Skype window so it's not covering the chat here.
Maybe it's hard for me. It's enough to take in to play the game for the first time. I'm sort of trying to experience the worlds and then talking and reading the chat and all that. I'm doing my best. All right, let's see. I got to the horse guy. Let's see what happens here.
So you're the Inquisition, eh?
This is actually a pretty neat quest with multiple things that you need to do in order to complete it. And of course, the idea here is that you want to have this horse guy with your Inquisition. So you want to have him help you with your stables at the Inquisition, and then you'll need to complete a few different things. You'll also learn how to use a mount in this mission, in the course of this mission. So you'll get access to a mount here, I think. So pretty good missions to do early on. And of course, this is also part of the infrastructure of the game. You will recruit companions, and you will also recruit agents. And this is an example of an agent who will help the Inquisition, but it's not a follower. He's not in your group, but he will still aid you or cause.
This guy's being a bit of a douche. You'll have mounts once I know they won't end up as a cold winter's breakfast.
Yeah, he's a character. Of course, that is one of the things about BioWare games, is that there's not a lot of these bland sort of characters that don't really, that don't mean anything to anyone. You have opinions about the characters.
I like that. They do feel like real characters so far.
Yeah. And I don't know. Maybe we should, when you've finished this, maybe we should try and go find another companion.
That sounds like a good idea. All right, mount the horse at the stable. Speak with Braun. All right, should we do? So I'll go do something else than this quest instead. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
So where should I go?
I think. Let's see. I don't know if you're high enough level to do this yet, but let's give it a try. If you turn up the map, there's I don't know if you explored this area yet, but we're next to one of the first camps that you unlock, or the first camp that you unlock. If you go, let me think. If you go, should be straight south.
Straight south. All right, let's see. Is it
and you should come up on a lake.
Is it a rift that I need to go to, or?
No.
Oh, there's a lake here. All right, I see. There's a lake on the map. It's a little bit left. Upper Lake Camp.
Yeah, go to Upper Lake Camp and then run towards the lake. And on the far side of the lake, we'll see if we can, if it's already there. I'm not, these are things that it happened later for me that I went there, but it could already be there for you now. And if you go there, maybe you can run into a guy. So yeah, go for that camp, get that camp, and then we'll see what happens. Because that
I
is
hope
one
this
of
is
the,
not
the
a trap,
key.
Bengt, and you're luring me into.
I don't know.
I don't know if I should be more worried or less worried that you're not completely ruling out that it's a trap.
Okay, let me put it like this. There is going to be fighting there, but I don't think it's very high level.
I'm down to fight. I'm down to fight anytime. Yeah. I'm picking up a lot of random stuff now. I need to do that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So the character. So I
left,
think you should go.
All right. There should be a lake up here, I guess.
Yeah, and then you move sort of past the lake. If you go on the left side of the lake, there's going to be.
I don't know if this is the actual lake. Now that I looked at it, maybe it's like it is. Oh, it's on the other side of the waterfall thing, probably.
No, you have to go in the other direction and go up.
Yeah,
there's a path up. It's higher up. So, but when you get up there, oh, you found a little thing there. I'm just commenting on stuff that's happened 30 seconds ago. So maybe I should stop doing that.
All right, I'm at the lake, the other side of the lake. I'll go find it.
Yeah, so the far side of the lake, and
enemies.
If there's, all right, what level are they?
I don't know. I'm shooting them.
So that is also one of the things, one of the benefits. You like to play it as an action game. One of the benefits of pausing is that you can check out.
Yeah, that's true.
You can check out the level of your enemy, and you can also check out if there's any vulnerability. So you can see if they're vulnerable to fire attacks or ice attacks, and then you can sort of shape your tactics after that, depending on those things.
I think I just leveled up.
That's good. You can't level up while you're still fighting, so you need to sort of
We're getting this. This is...
Yeah.
That I have one of the abilities I got now was that my arrow will go, my power attack will go through multiple enemies if they're lined up. So doing that is very good.
Yeah, and that is also, of course, something that is much easier if you pause the game. Then you can sort of set those kind of things up. The rogue is actually one of the most powerful characters, I think, for single attacks.
Yeah.
Because once you get an ability called full draw, and you sort of you get that and you upgrade that, then that ability was the first one that I did 1,000 damage with first in the game. So that is certainly very powerful, and also it can be used on all types of enemies because it's just base damage.
What am I looking for here?
So on the far side, there should be like a little bit of a house or something on the far side.
There's a question mark here. That's probably where I need to go.
Yeah. It does that when you're close to something. There's a quest. You can go there. I think question marks can also be landmarks, things like that. And but yeah, it should be around there. There's a house, and maybe there's a big burly bearded character around. I don't know. That would be nice, because that's what we're looking for. But yeah, that. That's one of the main things for me are the characters that you encounter in this game.
I totally agree with that already. I could see how this is gonna get really good with some of that.
Yeah, and actually this character here, I'm not gonna spoil anything because that is one of the most interesting things in the whole game. Actually, I don't think the question mark may have been something else.
I found another thing.
This is actually a very interesting area that I explored very late in the game.
So I shouldn't go in here?
I mean, you can explore it if you want to, but I think it's going to be high level for you.
Let's see, what is this? There's iron here. Let's get some iron.
Yep. And what that cave is it's actually an entrance into sort of a dwarven ruin that connects to deep roads. So very lore heavy, but there will be quests
Alright, let's
around
take a
there
look at
later.
the map again. I probably moved too far because I'm way past the lake. Now it's like up the river.
Yeah, I think what you need to go is like from the entrance of the gate. It's
more enemies.
Slightly back and to the left. So
okay, there's a little camp here. I'll take these guys out. Oh, I don't even need to line it up perfectly to do that attack to get through them. It's pretty good.
Magic arrows.
Yeah. Aim assist is what some people call it.
Yeah. I typically in these kind of games I choose to be a warrior because that is the most straightforward thing, and you don't really have to think that much. But I'm glad I picked a mage because I think I had a better experience.
I was considering doing a sort of warrior knight. I often do that the first time through, but I love being an archer.
But I was also surprised how interesting it was to play as a tank in the game, because it has the system for taking aggro. You get more sort of armor if you get aggro. So the idea is to get as many enemies as possible to focus on you, and then you will have this extra armor that will mean that you're basically not taking any damage at all. And I like that sort of dynamic of it. It's much more dynamic than what being a tank is usually about because of how it works.
I think there's another question mark. This must be it. I'm getting tips in the chat as well, but it's really hard when it's like 30 to 40 seconds behind.
Yeah.
It must be down here then. Oh, there's another guy. I don't know.
One day in the future we will have proper live stream.
Yeah.
But it's actually for technical reasons, and it's a good thing that we have it. So it's good for the viewers. Yeah. So
Avra Blade Valley? Or is that something else as well? Later found on a corpse. This is interesting.
I mean, there should be a small house right next to the.
Is it a landmark? Landmark in the hinterlands?
No, but it's close to that. But it may be that you have to do one of the. Maybe you have to take out the Templars or the mages in this area before he shows up. I don't know. Could be something like that. As you may have noticed, there are mages and Templars fighting, and one of the big important decisions in the early goings of the game is to pick a side. Who do you want to support?
Oh, now they spawned back, these goddamn enemies. I'm gonna try to run away. Yeah.
They did?
I ran a little bit. I ran just
respawn.
out of the area and then ran back in, and then it's like they're back.
Yeah, I mean, normally there is no respawning of sort of important enemies in this game. But there are some instances where enemies respawn, and I think maybe in this area now, because the conflict is still raging between the mages and Templars, they will respawn.
I think I found it. Sandclip also said I was heading the right way before, so I think I'm doing the right thing now. Let's see. It looks like a fisherman thing, and there's a little hut.
Yep. It looks like you've come across this place now. Yeah.
I'm not going to read all this because that's going to be boring on stream. Should there be a guy here? I don't think there's a guy here where I can do anything yet, if this is the right place. Maybe this guy over here? Or is that an animal? That's an animal.
There should be a little thing that plays out if you reach the right place.
It's probably not unlocked yet.
Yeah, it is the right place, I can tell you that, but I'm not sure that you can do it yet.
Let's go do something else. There's a lot of stuff to do here.
There's plenty.
Let me do... Wow, there's so much to do. Let me do a rift somewhere. I'm gonna do one near here, maybe. There's also a merchant. Is it gonna be rough doing one like near a camp that's a little bit further away that I've unlocked, or?
I think anything that you've unlocked now, you should be able to handle a rift.
This camp. We'll try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sendclip is also saying he ain't there
are
yet, so in the chat. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna.
There are high-level rifts in this map that are like level 12 that would smoke you.
Well, let's see about it. I'm pretty good with a bow, so. Your boy Nick here is pretty good on the sticks.
But you know, you can't fool the numbers. That's the problem, right? You can be as good as you want to be.
I think that's in the end why I don't prefer these sort of games. I like the idea of if I'm just good enough on the sticks that I'm gonna take everyone down. But all right, there's a rift here.
All right, I'm a little bit worried with the rift that you shows, but we're gonna see if it's too high level for you. Yeah.
Did I just die? I did die. Whoa.
It was too difficult.
But did I run out of potions that early, or?
I mean, if
they do
it,
like I'm gonna run away here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if the enemy is
run away.
able to one-shot kill you, then you know it's gonna you don't have time to take the
Oh
potion.
yeah, that is what happened.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So I think this is like a level 12.
I got the thing
or
now
something.
is I get
Level 8.
stubborn with that stuff. But you know what? Am I gonna auto revival my guys? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the first camp and do something near there. I think that's probably the way to do it.
Yeah. This is actually kind of
That's
a weird one.
Sancliffe is also saying in the chat. Yeah, that's the level 12 one. So
yeah,
now I feel like I want to
Yeah,
prove I can do it.
Yeah. You don't need to be level 12 to
But
be able to
level
pull
4
it
is
off,
maybe
but
not ideal.
No, you
And I
need more
I
abilities.
actually haven't used the skills that let me do that. I unlocked some skills as well for my characters. That's probably a good idea to use those.
Yeah, but it is a little bit interesting, the placement of that level 12 rift, because you will come across it early, and it feels like one of those. I mean, I think it's part of the Horse Master. Maybe it's not, but I mean, it's one of those early missions that you get quests around there, and you will go into that area and you will get your ass kicked, because there's no way at level 4 to be able to deal with the level 12 rift. And especially not that one, because it has some pretty mean enemies as well. Of course, there are different enemy types with the rifts as well, so some of them are more difficult to deal with than others, I would say. So I saw there were some of these sneaky bastards that they just go away and then they pop
sneaky
out.
Bastards, exactly.
Yeah. Not sure what they call. I think they're called shadows.
I call them cowards.
No, maybe not. Yeah, pretty much.
All right, I'm gonna try to do these. I guess the way this works is there's 2 rifts near each camp that I need to take out, so I'm gonna try to do the 2 near the first camp.
It's not really that sort of formulaic, but in some areas it works like that. Other areas there may be 3 rifts or 4 rifts.
Okay, the camps I've checked out so far is like that.
The outskirts camp is the first one, so anything close to that should be a little bit easier.
I still feel like I could have taken that level 12 dude.
Yeah, it's a good feeling to have, but I'm not sure it's true. But you know, this is something also about the hinterlands. I mean, this is an area that the first one you unlock, and you will be able to play here for a long time. I've heard a lot of stories, people playing the first 20 hours.
I've actually heard people talk about this, where they've told people, don't stay in this area forever. You know, you need to move on and then come back here.
Yep. Yes, that is the best way to do it. As soon as you've sort of done some of the basic stuff here, and you've unlocked a new area, go to that new area, do some stuff, then go back here, because you level up and you will be able to do more of the content.
Apparently, if you just stay here, you'll be like way too high level for the areas you get to the rest of the game, and it'll be way too easy.
Yes, that can also be true, because I mean, obviously there are scaled. That's one of those things that it actually says when you unlock the main story missions, what the recommended level is, and I would say that you should be within those parameters, or it'll be too easy if you're too high level. So because just as a level 12 rift kicks your ass, now if you're too high level, you will have too easy and time against the enemies. So you know, that'll be a little bit boring, because it's meant to be a challenge. So but you know, at the same time, there's challenge. Even I finished the game on level 23, and I think maybe it was 22 when I took out the last dragon, which is a level 23 dragon with 290,000 HP.
That sounds like a lot.
That is a lot. I know you're not looking at the numbers, you're playing it like an action game, but most of the enemies you face here are maybe in the low, you know, probably like the base enemies are under 1,000, and some of the more difficult ones are a few thousand HP. So yes, and it takes a long time.
But this is cool. I was sort of in a position where I very much respect this sort of game, but also sort of, okay, this is a lot of hours, I want to play a lot of games, maybe this is not my kind of game, and as it takes a lot of hours, it will be maybe a good one to skip. But you know, I feel like now that I've started, I might actually try to, as I said, spend 10 to 20 hours at least over Christmas and see how this plays out for me, and also see how much of it I can actually play as an action game, if that's what I want. I think that would be really cool.
I think that for the most part you can play it as an action game. I think that where you wanna look into pausing and maybe not you don't have to play it in pause and set everything up like that, but you need to pause just to sort of collect yourself and
I
make
could
sure
see
that
that.
no one
I
dies
already did that once where I'm
unnecessarily.
like, check, all right, does
Yeah.
anybody need healing? Do I need to do anything specific with a certain character? And then
Yeah.
back to playing it as an action game.
Yeah. But you know, for certain things like area of effect attacks and stuff like that, or the barriers, for instance, it really does help to have it paused because you can set things up a little bit more careful, and also with synergies. I mean, you can line up different abilities for different characters and have them come together. You know, which really helps things against the more difficult enemies. But I mean, when you're running around in the open world like this, I think I played it mostly in real time because it's just quicker and it's more, you know, it you know, most of these encounters you can take care of them pretty easily, and you don't have to think about saving potions and stuff that much. So that means it's not like, oh no, I used this item or potion and now I won't be able to, you know, you can always replenish and stuff like that. So it's pretty forgiving in that sense. So you can play it as you want, but some of the boss fights, for sure, it's going to be a challenge to do in real time. Unless you have leveled up too far, then you will be able to do it. But that's a different story. But yeah, and maybe it's too early to do that, but maybe we could try and look and see if we can go to Redcliffe.
How would I do that?
I don't know if there's, I think it's pretty much straight ahead from the crossroads. It's like straight north.
Is it Crossroads Camp or?
Yeah.
Broken Bridge, Redcliffe Camp. Redcliffe Farms.
Redcliffe Camp. Yeah.
So that way,
yeah.
That's over where the horses are.
Yeah.
Okay, I can travel there and go north from there.
Not Redcliffe Farm.
Okay.
Sorry. That's where the horses are. It's the village that we're going for.
Senclip is saying in the chat, I never used the pause feature during my 45 hours so far.
That's some hardcore action
I think
skills.
you will like that. Safeguard.
Yep.
This is Redcliffe. All right, so I need to travel to this outskirts camp. I should be able to go north and then find the rift that I'm missing. I think I'm gonna do that. The rift is on that way. I'll do that rift and then I'll see if I can go that way. Wow. The only thing I feel like I'm needing now is like days that are 50 hours long.
Yep. I would like to have an extra month in between December and January where I can catch up on all
and this
the
is just
that I need
games.
to
Then
play.
it's like if you were into movies, anything else, then that's a whole nother month.
Yeah, it is. And you know, what would have happened if they hadn't delayed half of the games this year?
Yeah, that's the other side of like me. Like I've gotten to the point where I keep saying whenever we talk about it on stream and stuff, like, oh, I'm happy they delay it because it means it should be a better game. The other part of that is I wouldn't have been to have time to play all these games anyway, so delaying it is good. But it's just a never-ending thing of, you know, then it will come out when other games are coming out, and then I won't have time to play all those. And I think you just need to accept that you don't have time to consume all the media you want, I guess.
That is true. There's just too much coming out, but that's where Game Reactor comes into play. We will be your guide in
we will be the ones who will
times.
Waste our lives, so you don't have to waste yours and all this.
Well, we will tell you what to waste your life on, rather. Yeah. But yeah, it is something, and especially when you come up to the Game of the Year thing. You know, it's a good thing that we have people playing everything, so we can sort of cover everything. Because, you know, as one person, you know, I'm sorry to say I have not played every game that came out last year, and not even, you know, not even the top 10 list of what's on our list, because there's simply not enough time to do that.
That's what I keep saying when we're doing these top 10 lists. When we're voted on this and doing my personal one, it's like, you know what? This is what I've played. These are the games I like the most, and we try to combine it. But no, we can't all have played all the games, so we can't do like a list like that That's just not how it works. This is the closest thing we can get to, and something like last year, where Last of Us was my favorite game of the year, but a few months later, after the year was over, I played Gone Home, which that would have been my game of the year in most years, but I didn't play that before we voted, so I couldn't vote for that, and that's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah, and then I think it makes it a little bit more interesting if it's personal taste as well. It's not really a compilation of objective lists. It's what you enjoyed the most during the year, and put all together. We will come up with what is objectively seen.
And that's also why I like that we're doing these, like getting as many people as possible to share their personal list, because hopefully some of the viewers can then find someone who has a taste similar to them, and then they can sort of use that to find what games they might like. Did I just insta-die? No, I didn't die. All right.
Yeah. And we haven't touched upon this yet, but this was my game of the year.
Yeah, we played your video yesterday. Yeah, but let's get back to that. Why is this the game of the year for you?
And I hate to say this, but this is kind of a year where there's not really that one standout 10 out of 10 game. So there were a lot of games that were in contention for me, and I would say way more than 5.
The voting, I just want to say, sort of confirms that, because last year there were 3 clear games for the top 3 that were way ahead of everyone else regarding points, and there was one game that got way more points than the other games, Last of Us, and also, like this year, the way we counted, people made a top 5, so it could get up to 5 points from each editor. And last year was 3, and still last year, Last of Us got more points than any games this year. So
yeah, so it's one of those, and then I think that Dragon Age Inquisition has some issues. Like, it's not a perfect game for sure, but I had a lot of fun playing it, and I really do enjoy the characters and the story and the freedom that is here. I think in many ways BioWare created something of a hybrid between their style of RPGs and sort of open world RPGs, because there's a lot of open world elements in here. It's not truly an open world game. It's not simulated like Skyrim, for instance, and it's not all one big area. But they got a lot of the components that I enjoy about open world games in there anyway, and there's just a wealth of things to do. And it's a really good adventure, and there's some really nice twists and turns in the story, both with the individual characters in there and the actual main storyline has some interesting twists and turns, and I really enjoyed it. And there's not a lot of games that'll keep me. I think my save file is at 97 hours, and that is within the span of basically a month. So it's a great one. Of course, it should be said that those 97 hours, I have spent some of those with the pause menu on, doing something entirely differently. But
I will say, for me, the clock in Destiny says a certain time, but there it says it doesn't count the time in orbit. so I've actually spent more time than the clock tells me. So
maybe that's a good thing.
I've told people, like, sometimes some of the people I play with, other people are like, "Oh, so how much time have you played?" And I was like, "Don't ask me. I don't want to look at that. It doesn't help anyone to look at that."
Yeah, I mean, that is the thing you tend to sort of end up with those kind of games that really get you in there, and it's also like now that you've spent so much time, you really need to continue spending time in it, because you've invested that time, and you're gonna reap the rewards of having spent all that time in the game. So it's like once they get to you, they never let go. So. But we spoke a little. I know you spoke a little bit about side content and stuff, and I've done most of it. I would say. I think there are still some things to do. I have not done all the shards, for instance. I think I have 8 shards left to do in the game. And I want to do that because there's an achievement.
Okay, so I was
I've
actually just about to say this would be the time where Indian Coben would have his question of the day. How are the trophies? Is it a doable platinum? Are you going for it?
It is doable, but I'm gonna tell you a horrible story.
I read that in the chat about the dragons,
yes.
But yeah, please do share. That is the fear. You know, that is the biggest, baddest mistake that can happen. But yeah.
So you know, with the achievements on Xbox One, because I played it on Xbox One, you get the percentage of how much of certain things that you've achieved. And there's an achievement for killing 10 dragons, and there are only 10 dragons.
Let me just jump in and say, it looks like I can't do this, like move into the next area, so I'm going to do something else. But yeah, please do continue.
All right. And of course I took to doing these, but at a certain point, I mean, there's a quest also, like in the collections section of your journal, where it you know, things like shards and the dragons are sort of counted. And I noticed that I'd done one more in that one than in the so I had 5 there, and I had 40% on the achievement, and I was like,
that's not good.
I really this spells problems, right? So I went ahead and I continued it, and I did the last one and the 10th one, and I finished that sort of collection, but unfortunately the achievement was still at 90%. So even though I'd done the 10 dragons, I didn't get the 15 gamer score that it would have given me. I'm not sure if there's something that I've missed doing. Maybe I need to loot some that I forgot to loot one of the
I could imagine it's
spells.
a bug.
It could also be a bug, certainly, and you know, the thing is, there's no recourse. No, I need a second playthrough to get all the 10.
I actually have that with a Need for Speed game. Remember the one with it came out a couple of years ago? Where one of the things, you know, there's all sort of collectibles, but one was driving through all the billboards. One of the billboards bugged for me, and that's like I'm missing one other thing that I haven't done. But it's like I drive through it, and it just reappears. Yeah. I can't break it. And that's like one of the few things I'm missing. I'm missing a couple other things, but like I could have done that in 10 minutes, I think. So I don't know if I want to go back and read. I mean, the billboards there is not terrible because you can easily, you know, find those without doing all the other stuff. But oh my God, that's just so terrible. Those sort of experiences.
Yes, it's horrible. But I did not have. It would have been even more horrible had I had.
If that was the only thing you're missing.
900 and 85. That would have been horrible. But there's achievements for finishing the game on the higher difficulty levels as well.
You probably wouldn't have done that anyway.
No, so those are the ones that I haven't done, and there's one for getting 50,000 credits or gold for all playthroughs. I'm at like 47,000 or something like that, so I haven't gotten there yet. I think it's just a matter of selling some equipment. Yeah. So if I want that achievement, it's there for the taking. There are no multiplayer achievements, so that is nice.
I totally forgot about that. There's multiplayer. Can you
Yes.
tell me about that?
There's multiplayer. You know, I think that for 95% of the people, this is a single-player game. The multiplayer is okay, but it's like
you don't pull in your character, right?
No, it's basically you see in the war room. The basic idea is that these operations that are carried out in the war room are missions with other characters in the multiplayer. But there's no connection between the two, really. They decided not to do that because people apparently weren't happy with how it worked in Mass Effect 3, where you did the co-op missions, and that influenced the galactic power balance thing on that map. They probably have some similar idea for Dragon Age, but they didn't do that. Instead, it's just completely separate.
Be a little bit annoying. I will say that's on the other hand one of the things I like about Destiny, how I do missions in PvE, earn gear, take that into the PvP, use that and then do well there, get some even better loot, take that into PvE, and you go back and forth with the same character. You always feel like you're progressing. Dungeon entrance, don't want to go there. And I really like that when it works out well, but it still sounds like it might have been a good decision in this case.
I think that it's just so many people who play Dragon Age are just interested in the single player, and if they feel like they're not optimizing their playthrough, you know, getting all the best gear, getting all the best thing, because that's how a lot of people play RPGs. They will be
min-maxing and all that.
You know, yeah. So you know, I think it makes sense in that way, but I sort of feel also that it feels a little bit disconnected then, and I don't really feel any motivation to play multiplayer. So you know, and I actually did enjoy the multiplayer in Mass Effect 3, which I didn't think I would, but I felt it was pretty good. I don't think that it's as good in Dragon Age, but you know, it's again, it's also a good way of, especially you playing it as an action game in real time. That is how the multiplayer is played, of course. So you can get a good feel for all the different character types.
Okay.
Because there are, you know, you choose the different classes, and that's what you play as. So yeah, and it's pretty challenging as well. So they had a good balance on the challenge there. But for me, I spent some hours playing it, but you know, I played, like I said, 90+ hours in single player.
Yeah.
So obviously
I think that's
where
what I will do as well.
Yeah. Well, there are no trophies in.
Oh, that's I think a good thing. That's the worst. I really like how I've played the multiplayer in some Uncharted, not in the others, but how they did it with that. You get a trophy for, you know, playing one of each round. They've done it in Far Cry this year as well. Play one of each type of game mode, one round of each. You get a trophy for that, and then that's it. You don't need to level up to max and prestige and all that. I think that's perfect, because then it's like, you know, give it a try once. If you like it, you can play it. If you don't, you don't have to play it more. I love the way of doing that.
Yeah.
All right. New camp. I thought I might have gotten myself into trouble here, but I managed.
Well, if you continue on this road, you will get into trouble. Maybe that's a good way to finish the game.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I'll... But I don't know if I can actually move on in this area. Oh, there is. Okay.
There should be an entrance.
All right. Yeah, we have 2 minutes left, so let's try that. Let me just save before. What is there any punishment for dying?
No, you continue
last checkpoint.
Very close to it. Yeah. So it's there's no penalty to that.
It would have been awesome if there was a dragon here or something I could die to.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it? And I would never ever get you into that kind of problem. But yeah, the.
Oh wait, it is a dragon.
Yes.
Awesome.
But yeah, I would say that I would recommend saving manually and on separate saves, because you know, it's just good to do that in this kind of game.
But not now, but in the future. You're thinking, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I died.
Yeah, it is a little bit too high level. I was level 15 when I did that, so don't feel bad. Take it as a challenge to do it earlier. But yeah, you probably need to have
what
a
is
little
this?
bit
There's
of fire.
also some other sort of dinosaur after me now.
Yeah, there's the dragonlings.
Oh, that might be it. Yeah, there's several of those. It's like raptors or something.
Yeah, baby dragons.
All right, your journey
like
ends here. I guess that is the perfect way of doing it. Solvin is running back to the computer to be ready. I think I'm simply going to end it here. Thank you for joining, Bengt. It's been good. I might call you up when I'm playing over the break for tips.
Yes, call the
that is
support
the thing.
line.
You know, there's many good things about streaming. One of them is playing a game where you're not completely sure about what to do, and you will always be told in the chat. And if we have somebody like you joining over Skype, like giving tips and stuff, that is amazing.
Yeah, I'm just watching in the. With the delay, I'm watching it die.
Enjoying that.
Enjoying it. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, and I'd say you know, I'm glad that you've gotten some that you got a little bit bitten by Dragon Age, because you know it is a great game, and actually there hasn't been that many RPGs this year,
true.
so that's
all right. Thank you for joining, Bengt. I'll see you maybe tomorrow.
Maybe.
We'll all right, bye.
Bye.
All right, and I think we're simply going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed this little stream. See you back tomorrow with our number 1. I'll be alone here in the studio, most likely, but maybe we'll get some editors to join. And of course, just like we've had today and the other days, we'll have a video with a personal top 5 from one of the editors. So look forward to that. It will most likely be our last stream before Christmas and New Year's, and then we'll be back January 5th. So come say a proper goodbye before the holiday break and have some fun. As usual, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.